Hello everyone, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. I hope all of you are doing really well today. I hope you guys had a nice Valentine's Day. I'm going to show a collective haul of things that I scored at 3 different places this week. One of them is my favorite thrift store. I went there on Thursday and all of their clothes and shoes were half off, so I did find a couple of things for myself, including a beautiful boucle, the fabric that looks like Jackie Kennedy. It was a coat, a long coat by The Limited, which is a clothing brand that I used to love to wear when I was working full-time before having kids. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with it. It's beautiful. And then I found a few more things there. And then the second thing I wanted to show was on Valentine's Day, my husband took off work and took me on a little gallivanting trip to a new stationery store that we thought it had just opened, but evidently it had been there about 3 years. We just didn't know about it. And he let me pick out a few items for my Valentine's gift. And last but not least, I will do a little shop with me at my local reuse craft store, recycled arts craft supply store. It's been about a month and a half since I've been there, and wanted to go ahead and go and see what they had. And the music in there is very loud, so I will just I'll put my own music on top of it, and it won't have sound, unfortunately. I really wish I could give commentary while I shop, but they really love to play the loud music in that store, so I would have gotten copyright infringements left and right if I had done that. But let me show you first the thrift store items. I found this roll of wired ribbon. Of course, you can snip it to the length you want and use pliers to pull the wire out. And so I plan to use this to make ruffles for the spring and Easter journals. I found this cute little notepad for the spring and Easter journals. Isn't it so adorable? I love the yellow, and the lines are different colors. And then I found this. This has been there a while, and I've just never picked it up. It's been taped, so it's been much loved. It's a board book, actually, from the 80s. But I'm going to see if I can find a creative way to use the images in here. There's Mr. Hooper. Oh, I love Mr. Hooper. But I want to make eventually a Sesame Street journal for myself, and maybe some to share as well, if that's something that you guys have fond memories of. I've never used a board book's pages in a junk journal, so if you have, let me know all of your tips. I would love to know. I could probably use the cover, maybe. It'd be an interesting shaped journal, but definitely want to try to utilize these. That I think, at first I thought they were pages folded in half, where you could separate them, but I think they're just one piece printed on both sides. But let me know what you guys do with board books. I guess it's not as thick as a board book. It's more like it's the width of, say, a cereal box. So it's not as thick as a true board book page. I found this purse. I thought my daughter might take it, but she ended up not wanting to. She said, I don't know what I'd use it for, but it is a beautiful, evidently handmade purse. Bonsoir. Handmade in Japan with Italian beads. I looked it up. It looks like maybe 60s or 70s. I've got this little rust spot here, or foxing, I'm not sure, in here too. I have no idea if it would be safe to hand wash this in OxyClean. Let me know what you guys think. This is satin. It is a very high quality satin. And then, of course, it's got the pearls sewn on. I'm not worried about the pearls coming off. I'm worried about the satin losing its luster or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I did not buy it as a purse unless my daughter did want it. I thought maybe it would make a really beautiful journal. So you could sew the signatures here and have a small number of pages. Maybe a wedding type memory journal. I don't know. But I just couldn't pass it up. It's so pretty. All right, so that was the end of the thrift store items that are junk journal related. Now we'll move to the stationery shop. And the first thing I gravitated toward, which always happens when I go in these types of stores, I went to the pen table. There was a giant table set up with cups and cups and cups filled with pens of all different colors and my favorite brands. And so if you are a journaler, you will want to keep your eye out for these brands. You can sometimes find pens like this at craft reuse stores. People will donate gently used pens as well. This is made by, oh my goodness, I cannot read this. Brush Sign Pen. I cannot read that. Peter, something Pan. Pentel. Oh, it's Pentel. It's a Pentel brush sign pen. And so it has this, it's not a true brush, but it has a very flexible tip on it. And it's this beautiful raspberry pink. Then these are my favorite highlighters ever. I've been using them since high school and I love that they still look exactly the same. Well, I have the standard 5 color set, but I did not have this raspberry pink color. That's kind of the color of the day, I guess. Maybe because it was Valentine's. I love Le Pens, and they make several different types of points, but this is the one, the fine point. And so I got this for myself in a hot pink and a purple, and then I got a few for my son and daughter to use at school. Love those. Also, those have not changed since the 80s. I got a few little Japanese novelty pens. This little guy, I thought he looked like Snoopy as Joe Cool. And he turns on and off with a little, I guess his tail is on his back. I don't know. But he's just so adorable. And I don't know how to tell you what to look for because I don't know what that says. But so cute. And then I've gotten these before. And I have one that's Lily of the Valley. But this one is... yes, here it is. I've gotten this one before and I've used it for a couple of years and it has not run out of ink and I love it. It makes me laugh that when you write with it, it wiggles. But I got a daisy one as well in orange. And then this one is, I had never heard of this. This is called Pentel Crazy Pop. And they had several colors, but this is basically a midnight blue with a gold shimmer on top. Then I found this. This was actually marked down. The red heart sticker meant it was marked down 40% off, and I thought that was a great deal. I am a sucker for anything Liberty of London, including fabric, but I've actually never had any fabric by them. I use Liberty of London backgrounds on my phone because you can find them on Pinterest. But yeah, just beautiful. Some of their beautiful floral prints in pencil form. I am actually old school and I still use sharpenable wooden pencils. So I thought this was a great deal on these. They feel like good quality erasers too. There's nothing worse than getting a cute pencil and the eraser does not work. That's the worst. And this box, honestly, is nice enough I can store things in it. That won't close all the way. Another item by Liberty. This was kind of a splurge. This is more for junk journals. Liberty gift wrap book. I have seen these before, but never actually gotten to touch one with my hands. I've only looked at them online. There's 12 gift wrap sheets in here that fold out to 17 by 23. And of course, I will not use these for gift wrap. I'll use these for journals. But y'all, if you could feel this paper. It is thick and it has the satiny quality to it. I'm not really sure how these fold out. I'm gonna have to be careful because I don't want to tear them. But as you can see, it's folded into quarters. So there's actually 4 pages here. But here are the designs. I might scan these to make phone wallpapers before I use them. You have this beautiful blue and white. This is my favorite one right here. Oh, but don't forget about this one. This one is beautiful. This would look beautiful in like a forest themed journal. And this is my favorite. I just love the primary type colors and the tulips in here. And then this one is very mod, retro mod. And this one was very interesting. Obviously, they're a British company, so it's like the little British row houses with floral in the streets. I thought that was very unique. It almost looks Art Deco too, with the lines that they've drawn. Interesting, right? And then the last thing I got at this store was for myself. I got some things for my children, but I actually just added this to my Amazon wish list last week, and I could not believe that I saw it sitting on the shelf. So I've been wanting one of these books. This is not the first one in the series. I think this might be the second or the third. But I've been wanting to do these type of surreal collages just for fun, but maybe to use in junk journals as well, because I know not everybody is a fan of that type of art. But I think it would be a lot of fun. So it's basically taking images and altering them to create things that don't make any sense. And you can do it with humor as well. You can add captions and make them really funny. Like here's a portrait where she's added some funny little props to it. But it is just, I'll do a quick flip through. It is just, she goes ahead and gives you these images to start with if you wanted to, or you can find your own images in magazines, which is probably what I will do. So we've got these large images in the back. My favorite ones are the ones where they use the 50s style art. A dollhouse. Okay, and here are all the little cut aparts. There's shapes, there's little sticker type motifs that repeat, speech bubbles. A lot of them are very retro, like a ransom note style lettering. NASA. Foods. This is gonna be so fun. I tried to make this one time. That's funny. It did not turn out well. I'll have to tell y'all the story of that sometime. It looked really gross. And it took literally all day to make it. I was not happy. I love all the animals. Isn't this hilarious, y'all? So many things you could do with it. Of course, I'll use them as embellishments in journals too, because some of them are just really fun and unique. Okay, that was my stationery store haul. Now I will pause here and show you the video where I do shop with me in my local reuse craft store, and then I'll come back and show you what I found. Okay, tell me what you guys thought. Is it somewhere that you would love to spend an entire day in? I did not spend the whole day. I wish. I spent an hour and a half, which was about average for me in that store. And I was telling my husband, it's a lot of looking through a lot of stuff that I would never use to find the one item that I would use. And I think that's why it takes me so long. It's not like I want to buy everything I see. It really is a treasure hunt for me. I'm really looking for the things that are authentically vintage if I can. And it's not always easy to find those. And sometimes when they are in that store, they know what they are and they price them higher. And I just don't really want to pay that. So I do weed through a lot of stuff to find things that I would actually use that are vintage. I did find this. This says fabric for a hummingbird quilt. And I didn't know what a hummingbird quilt was. But on the back, I'm assuming that's what this pattern is. Maybe not. I don't know. I really don't know a whole lot about patterns of quilts, even though my mom makes quilts. So when I saw this, okay, it's like this. I guess they are kind of hummingbird-esque looking. When I saw this, I saw this fabric and I said, okay, for the price, is it worth it for me to get it based on the average age of the fabric that I'm seeing through the bag? I didn't want to open the bag in the store. And is there a good ratio between plain and patterned fabric? Because honestly, I don't use the plain colors as much as I like to use the patterns. So we'll just flip through real quick. I think I have a pretty good deal here. I paid $5 for all of this. Ooh, I love it when the fabric has the tape mark on it. I don't know. I think that just adds charm. We have some calicos in here. I don't think we have any authentic feed sack or anything that old. But definitely some, look at that. Definitely some adorable vintage fabrics mixed in with some new. This soccer doesn't look that old. And they're an interesting shape. I have some other cutouts that are triangles, but these are more of a kite shape, and that's very interesting. That's very 60s, isn't it? Really fun. Those are the smaller ones. And then the bigger ones. We have a, ooh, look at this hot pink dot. That's lovely. We have a lot of plain in here, but that's fine. Ooh, this looks like a knit. A vintage jersey knit. Oh, it's flannel with a little fruit on it. I think I'm going to be able to use a lot of this for sure. Ooh, I love that. Okay, guys, tell me if that was worth $5. That was kind of the one thing that I was the most wishy-washy about. I kept holding it, putting it back down, and then grabbing it again. All right, I grabbed a couple of fabric packs. They had, I only see one right now. They had a few fabric packs already put together. I was looking for fabrics that were springy to use in my Easter and spring journals. This is a little chambray piece. We have some polka dot. This is cute. This is a flannel. That would be good for my Scotland journals when I make those. This is, it looks like suede, but it's not. This one's pretty. This would be a springy one. It's got some shimmer to it. I love it when they're already cut in strips like this because you can just make a little ruffle. This is an amazing. This is really cool. Sewing themed fabric with little faces on it. So neat. That's very unique. I love this. And some more blue and white. All right, guys, I got a crimping tool. I have never had one of these. And I played with it in the store a little bit. The only test papers they had were not cardstock, and it worked pretty well. So I'm not going to do it on camera, but I'll try this on some cardstock because that's really what I want to use it for paper clusters. And I'll let you guys know what I think. But I have no idea what brand it is. It might just be a no-name brand. But for $3, I thought it was worth the risk. I found this roll of cloth or fabric ribbon, and it's very 80s folk art. So this will be in my Cozy House and Home journals that I really need to make while it's still winter, because that was what my plan was. Okay, I got this little stencil for the spring and Easter journals. It's a layered stencil with carrots. So you can see the little carrot shape under there, and then the little lines that you use, I guess, black or brown on top of. prettypinkposh.com. I've never heard of this brand, but I thought it would be fun to experiment with it. I found this old Michaels paper pad that has the laser cut out papers, and I don't think it's been used because it's still taped, but I love them. I've never actually had any of these before. I bet my Scan and Cut would do stuff like this. I just have never looked for the patterns for it, but still, for $2, I thought I needed to get that for my spring journals. I found this little new address card, and this is vintage, and it's got some foxing on it from American Greetings. Not that old because of the price, but this will be great for my Houses and Home journal. Look at this adorable stamp set. Gina K Designs. I love solid stamps like this. It ends up looking more like a block print. We have some major wind going on today. I don't know if you're hearing the banging happening outside. Don't be alarmed, it's just the wind. But yeah, this is so cute. I love the font, the cursive font, and I mainly got it for these little guys. I would like to do an all-over background with these eggs on some paper. I found this bag of stationery for $1. And I don't think it's vintage, but it is a beautiful pink parchment with like embossing with a pearlescent finish on it. It says Hallmark. Got some plain, okay, so it says fine writing papers. Oh, this is not part of the set. It's very pretty though. Look at that. Embossed rose. Okay, this is from another set. And it's Crane stationery. Wow. Okay, that's neat. Definitely worth $1. And looks like one more type. I guess this goes with this one. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Worth $1, I think. All right, stationery goes there. I found this. This made me laugh. Someone had held on to this all this time. Day timer pages for the large day timer from 1986. Look at this, y'all. I have small little planner pages in my stash, but nothing big like this. So this is a real treat. Very excited about this. I was 8. Isn't that amazing? Okay. I have not had a score on gift wrap at the store in a while, but I did this week. This looks like maybe paper from a, what do you call it? Fundraiser? I don't know. But this looked very springy to me, so I could use these in my spring journals. And then this was just very interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but it kind of looks 90s, if I had to guess. Decade. And then this one, which is very 80s, and it's the non-shiny type paper, which I love because it's easier to write on in a journal. And then this one is amazing. 1997 CPS Corporation. That sounds like fundraiser to me. I could be wrong, but... And I think this is the only design in here. Yep. Isn't it so fun and bright and beautiful? I love this. All right, a couple more paper items. This was... My jaw dropped when I saw these. Oh, there's some fuzz hanging off of it. 1 second. This was in a box on top of a file cabinet, and I almost overlooked it. It said, vintage ledgers from construction companies. I was like, yes, please. But look, I have no idea where these are, but they have their letterhead on here. This one's my favorite because it's, I love the font and I love the color. It's like a beautiful mint color. And the front page is kind of scuffed and moth-eaten, but the rest of the pages are beautiful. It is almost like a robin's egg color. Amazing. And then this one is more of a standard ledger, pale green. So I was so excited about these. I don't really ever find stuff like this at this store very often. I think the closest thing I've ever found like that is I found some tidal basin maps one time from Japan. Totally random, I know, but it was in that same area of the store that I found those. I found a few pieces of loose fabric, and they have a big bin. You could jump into it. It's so big. It's like a dumpster. And I went through it, and I found a few pieces. All the pieces of fabric in this bin are $1 each. So I found this relatively large piece of pink seersucker. And I found this little orangey red floral print. Perfect size for a journal cover. Looks like it was almost halfway made into one already. My husband found this. He was so excited that he found a piece of fabric that I liked. It is also seersucker, but it is a tiny floral print. And I'm smitten with it. I love this. And then, look at this. Does this not look 90s? It's strawberry, you know, so I had to grab it. And it does not feel 100% cotton. It feels like it has that, like a polyester of some sort woven in. But I love it. I love the blue and white with the strawberry. And then last but not least is another beautiful, oh, 2 pieces. I have never seen a calico like this with a beautiful sort of aquamarine background. Another little fabric bag. Some more blues. I tried to gravitate toward a lot of blues because I realized that's the one color that I have a lot of teal, but not a lot of blue. So I wanted to get some actual blue. Okay, so this is a very small piece, but it does have some Easter on it. I could probably salvage some of this. Little chick that could be cut out. I'll put this over here with my Easter. Okay, this is Hobby Lobby fabric. Somebody made a spring quilt. Oh, this is cute. Oh, I wish I had more of this. It looks like a toile, but it's got a little fox next to a little pond and a little weeping willow, it looks like. So cute. And then this is also springy looking. It's got little quilts on it. Somebody has cut a piece out of the center of that. That's interesting. So I will salvage what I can of this, but it looks really cut up. But it's cute though. Well, I'm not going to get that folded up nicely again. Beautiful little houndstooth check gingham type piece. And then this, oh, this looks like coral. It almost looks stamped. I think it is. I think somebody stamped this. Very neat. This can go in an ocean journal. That was fun. Continuing with the fabric, I'm a sucker for green and yellow together, and I found this. This looks like something that my grandma would have either made a shirt out of or a tablecloth for her kitchen table. She loved green and yellow together too. In fact, the master bathroom for a long time was green and yellow decor in their house. Look at this. Isn't this so pretty? It's not only a green, it's like an olive green with my favorite yellows. I love this. And then the next piece is the one that you guys saw me kind of squeal over in the video. I got so excited. It's like probably my favorite thing that I found the whole day. It's a calico. And I know I have a lot of calico, but I don't have this pattern. I've never had this print. It is just so lovely. It's got little hearts mixed in with the flower. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. All right. I got 2 fat quarters. This looks very much like a feed sack repro. Let's see what it says. 30s Legacies, it looks like. It's kind of cut off, but that's what I'm guessing that it says. 30s Legacies. Laureen Cinema for SSI. So yeah, I bet it is a feed sack repro. I'm not I'm not an expert by any means on feed sack, much less repro, but because it's called 30s Legacies, I just feel like it is. And then I got this piece. I don't have anything like this at all. It's very Mary Englebright looking, but I kind of like these flowers better than the round ones that she draws. I love black with red and white floral on top. I think it is so beautiful. And I had nothing like that in my collection. I found this piece of trim. Beautiful little aqua colored scroll. Still on the card. I found this. Do y'all remember these? These were popular late 90s, early 2000s. I used to work at a children's shop and they wanted me to decorate the side of our cash register. You know, the table with the glass case where you have the silver items for babies inside. And they wanted me to paint the side of it, and it was white. And I used these block stamps to do that. And I thought, oh my goodness, that would be amazing on a junk journal page. So this is trumpet flowers. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. You could also probably turn this into if you use purple, you could make it look like morning glories. But look at that. Now everybody's going back to this type of decor again. I found this little bag of trim and it had a bell in it. I thought, what in the world is jingling when I was in the checkout line? And it was this. But it's pom-pom trim, or I guess tassel trim, in a beautiful 70s gold. found this trim, and this is a lot of trim. I really didn't need this much. I'll never use this much, but honestly, I don't have a lot of very, very small, narrow, delicate lace. And though this is not vintage, I don't think, or not terribly vintage, I thought for $2 it was worth grabbing because I can use it to edge the edge of cards and tags, the edge of pages if I wanted to. But also it's thin enough that you could pull through a tag, which I don't have a lot of lace that does that very well. So that's why I grabbed it. I found this, and I decided that if my daughter doesn't want it for her room, she kind of has a granny chic decor going on in there, then if she didn't want it, then I would disassemble it and use the pieces, including the yo-yos, because yo-yos, as y'all know, are not cheap, and there's no way that I'm ever going to make them. That just does not appeal to me at all. So it's just so 80s though. I love it. And look, it was originally $5, probably in a specialty craft store, and I think it's adorable. Oh, there's two of them. They're separate. I also thought this might be something cute to drape on a tiered tray. So I might do that. I don't know. How much was this? $2. Yeah, not bad. Speaking of garlands, these look like they're from Temu, but I'm pretty sure they are. They're little peaches. So I grabbed a couple of these. They had like 10 of them, but I only grabbed 2. Thought I'd do a little mini peach display sometimes in my kitchen, and I thought these would be a cute addition to that. I bought a bag of star confetti. I like to use these for journaling cards, and I also like to put them on a page and sew across them to hold them down. It's a little difficult when they're this small, but I have done it. And then I found 2 little grab bags. One is paper flowers. I'll go ahead and open it because I've got my paper flower box right behind me because I'm decorating the collected journal pages today. I've been using paper flowers all day to do that, all afternoon. Look at that. Little die cuts. I don't have anything like that. And then we've got these. They look like a wax seal, but they're like a little embossed punch impression type thing. Cute. That's adorable. And then this one had a lot of little things in it, including brads. I'm trying to use more brads in my journals too. I kind of forget I have them. Look at these. They're little quotes with brads. This looks like scrapbooking stuff because look, here's one of the hinges. But we have little quotes and little words. We have these really fun, oh, they have wire in them, wired leaves. And then we have these super cool tropical looking flowers. There's a snowflake. I love this brad. It has corduroy on it. I never think to hang little tags off of brads, but that is really cute. This land is my land. Just super unique, fun things. Oh, this is like a little cabochon. Yeah, just a little 50-cent, I think it was 50-cent grab bag. Oh, look at this. Tiny little plastic tulip with a tiny little brad. Adorable. Oh, we have a flower with a center missing, but I can add one. 2 more things. I found this whole pack of manila tags for $1. Super excited about this. A wealth of possibilities for those. And a little pack of note cards from Elam Designs, which is, I love their stuff. There's only 3 in here, but I thought it was worth $1 because look at the design, y'all. It is embossed and debossed, and it's called Psychedelic Floral. I think that's what it said. Yeah, letterpress, which is cool because the stationery shop that we went to had 2 antique letterpress in the back room. And then here are letterpress cards that I found. They feel like velvet or felt. I'm gonna be hoarding these for a little while. So there's 3 out of the original 6 in here, but I'll take it. Oh, there's 4 envelopes though. Love this. Absolutely love it. Okay guys, tell me what your favorite item was in this haul. The whole thing. I'd love to know. I hope you guys are able to get out and do some shopping. We are almost at yard sale season. I check my ads every week to see if they've started. I feel like it's just gonna explode this year. I don't know why. I think we've all been cooped up this winter and people have been maybe cleaning out. And I think we're gonna have a lot of great yard sales this year. I really hope so. Let me know what your favorite item was from today's haul. And be sure and check out the flip through of the eclectic journals. They are almost ready, and 3 of them are reserved as of right now, and 3 of them are going to be available. So looking forward to sharing that with you. Talk to you next time. Bye guys.